Good evening, welcome to the Season 12 Modern Touring Car season here at NXTGEN. We're here at Sugo for round number 3. As Jin's the first man out, remember 5 minutes of qualifying. It's all these boys get to set their laps. So everyone goes on the out lap. Very interesting stuff to happen here. Sorry, it's Jimmy, it's McGann. So a quick recap then of the current point standings. Scooby G leads with 39 points, Fraser second with 37, Omega third with 28, RS Jim is on 25, Jamie F 30 is on 24, Slider Gas 22, Whitford 0 20, Jack is on 19, Royston is on 14, RDJ 11, Ginge 8, Martin 7, Sandwalk 3 is 7th, Mirago Slide is 6. On 6, Suzuki RMZ 5, J47 PT 4, Shadow Stalker DBS 4, Tim 78 3, One High Mofo 3, and Edu at the back on 2 points. So as they start their qualifying runs then, very interesting circuit is Sugo. Have a look then at a lap hopefully soon. Everyone's started their first lap then. Everyone's obviously out of the pits. And that is why for Jamie F30 that could be invalidated lap time if he doesn't slow down. See if anything happens on the race feed. Nothing as of yet. So can't actually get rid of it down to the hairpin here. And sends it through. The first man out was this man, NGR Ginge. Let's have a rooftop view. Here's our lap of Sugo then. We go down to the first corner, 125.9, first lap set by Ginge. Into the first corner, into the second corner, this is quite literally what they are named as well. Into third corner. Into the hairpin curve we go. Gets on the grass, bit sideways, but saves it enough. Into the S-shaped curve. No worries through there. Into High Point corner. Very long apex, lovely taken through there. Into Rainbow corner. Very long. Don't want to go wide on the exit because the track penalties will have you as you go down the back stretch. Into the backstretch corner and into the horseback. Bit of a lock up there from Ginge. Gets under control though. Out towards SP in. Just lets off the throttle and into SP out. Up towards 110R. Which then goes into the final corner because there is a chicane right there. But we don't use it on project cars. Through the final corner onto the main straight, and that is a lap of Sugo. So we watch Ginge now. Across the line, doesn't improve. He's got one more shot though. Here comes Scooby G. Can he claim that top spot from Omega? The answer is no. And there's Jim. He stays in third place. Here comes Fraser. He very much enjoys his run him again. Oh, and someone's gone quick by the seams of it. As Fraser comes up towards the line, stays in 4th. Omega with a 124.4, the first man in the 124s. Could well be the only man, 124, and that's an interesting line from Jack TM53, synopsis into hairpin curve. Wouldn't have advised that one, and he's gone straight back in the pits. Ginge still out there. There's Fraser, and that is a BMW off. I think it's one high mofo. There's Shadowstalker DBS coming around the final corner for his final lap. Done a 128.3 so far. Be glad with that so at the moment as he comes up towards the line. Slows right down, he's not on a good lap, and he's going to do a practice start. Oh, and that is Ginge, goes absolutely flying into him. To no avail either. That's ruined both of their plans, I think. There's Scooby G. Looking on a hot lap right now. There's Fraser across the line, can't do any better. Why Mofo stays 11th right now. Here comes Scooby G. Can he take away that first place? No, he can't. He goes straight back in the pits. Who's this? The final person? It's going to be Whitford, who does a practice start. So, the qualifying results are in after 5 minutes of racing. Or should I say qualifying? Omega takes pole position away from Scooby G. RS Jim is in 3rd. Fraser 4th. Whitford in 5th. Ginge in 6th. Jack in 7th. Royston 8th. Jamie FL 39th. Edu is in 10th. One High Mofo 11th. Martin in 12th. Shadowstalker in 13th. Slider Gas in 14th. Tim 78 in 15th with Suzuki RMZ rounding out the grid in 16th position. So then, we wait for 3 red lights. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. We are underway here at Sugo, and there's a cracking start from Scooby G. He'll get up the inside, but there's Whitford 0 with that rear-wheel drive power off the line. He leads into the first corner. RS Jim, a good start from him, up into 3rd, maybe 2nd here. Scooby just edges him out there. Oh, sorry, that's for 3rd place. Omega kept 2nd in the end. He's now all over the back of Whitford. Not a place to overtake through the S-shaped curve. Here on lap 1, it looks like we've gone away fairly cleanly. Who's out of the back? That's Royston. Obviously had a day issue at the back. Other than that, we've all had a good getaway here in Japan. Omega instantly dispatches Whitford 0 in the high point corner and finishes him off through Rainbow Curve. Down the back stretch for the first time of 17. Side-by-side action into the horseback corner. Whitford now doing a sterling job currently on this first lap to keep behind the faster drivers of Scooby and RS Jim, with Fraser not too far behind through 110R in the final corner. There's One High Mofo trying to keep behind Jamie FL30. And that's Jack TM53 synopsis, not too far behind with Edu and Ginge. Jack is having a good look here at them again, coming up towards the first corner. Not quite going to work. They go too wide. Around the outside for Jack. Can he make that stick? He has got his nose there for the 3rd corner. That's a fantastic move on Jamie FL30 from the Astroman. Jamie FL30 moves down into 8th. The Astra, a very good chassis underneath that car. And he's going to take on, Edu goes a bit wide. But that is Jack in front of one high mofo now. Oh, and he gets clipped by Jamie on the way through. Luckily, no more damage occurs. So one high mofo runs wide out of Rainbow as well. Ginge has to take evasive action, almost loses the rear end. And one high mofo, probably with a track limits penalty now, as you come into the horseback. And that is Slider Gas, right on the tail of Edu. Looking at SPN. Not the line you want, Slider Gas. On the grass. Spins round. And that almost got collected by Tim there. This is Sugo in his Astra. Norrison trying to make gains back now. Back at the front though, and it's Omega still leading. Whitford is still holding off the McGann pack behind, but RS Jim trying to go around the inside is not quite going to work. Whitford keeps that second place right now. Good into the third corner. That's Scooby with a penalty. Probably 1 second. 2 seconds it is. And Jack now with Jamie all over his bumper. Oh, and a big collision between the two. And Edu's going to take liberty there and happily pass Jamie as he lets Jack continue on. Jamie now really slow. Down in 9th place. So Ginger also took liberty there and passed the driver of Jamie F430. But now Edu looking to go bumper to bumper now with Jack into the horseback. He's gone around the outside. He's still got his nose in. No, he hasn't. So he come into SPN for the third time. These boys going nose to tail through this Japanese circuit. 3110R translates into the final corner now. Down the main straight we go. Edu looking down the outside now for the first corner. We know Jack made a move around the outside of Jamie here. But it looks like Jack won't give Edu the same liberty, but Edu is now down the inside. He's almost spun it. Good job as front wheel drive there. Kept the front end out of trouble. But now Ginger's all over the back of Edu. And Whitford has finally lost out to two of the McGanns. Fraser up into second. And Jim into third. Now it's Scooby's turn to have a go at the BMW. It's a very brave effort. Suzuki RMZ is going down the pack. He's spun it coming down the straight. That's a very long way away from the corner. I wonder what's happened there. I wonder whether he's had a big tank snapper almost coming out of the S-shaped curve. There's a very big spin if he has lost it coming up the S-shaped curve. He's now gone wide at Rainbow Curve. But back to the other action, and Whitford has also lost out now to Scooby G. Still in that 5th place though, with Jack Team 53 Synopsis. Again, doing a fine job holding back this McGann pack. Up to the first corner. Oh, and Ginge looked down the inside of Edu, and Jamie looked down the inside of Ginge. That was almost a calamity between the McGann pack. Oh, and very hard defending that from Jack. Edu almost gets cooked out by it. On board with Jamie then, with a bit of a front row seat to this whole battle as we go down the inside of Ginge here into the high point corner. Can't quite do it though. Down the back stretch. And into the back stretch corner we go. Into horseback. Through SP in. And SP out. No, and that is Edu wide out of SP out. Not quite the line he was looking for, but as we come through 110R and the final corner, Jamie looks like he's got a good run here on the way out. Goes to the side now. Into the first corner they come again for the 6th time of 17. About a third of the way through almost. And Ginge not letting Jamie have the liberty of going around the outside there. He is definitely not going to be gaining that one. Into the hairpin curve though. And the air-shaped curve. Up over the curves and a little bit wide that from Jamie's lost a bit of time, but behind him that is Martin in his Astra going past one high mofo through that chicane. A phenomenal move from the Astra man. Astra really working at the moment through this circuit at Sugo. Edu now has a penalty right behind Jack, but I'm sure Jack won't want to give that up at all. He doesn't want to rely on that penalty, but he's got a bit wide, just about got away with it on the curb. Through SP out they come, and into 110R. Down the main straight we come for the 6th time of 17. Edu looking at the pit lane as an option to overtake. Decides he better go around the outside. They hit the brake. Astra versus McGann. Into the 3rd corner. They're side by side. A little tap there, but all good, clean. Rubbins racing here in touring cars. Edu still down the inside. Will he stay there for the S-shaped curve? No, he won't. He just about backs out of it, but looks to get a great switch back out of it. Brilliant move from Edu as you come into high point into the high point corner. A bit of tap and bumping behind through the rainbow curve. Jack out wide, and that has ruined Jack's challenge for that 6th place. But the amount of battling that's going on, it wouldn't surprise me if he catches back up, as in front of him Ginge and Jamie battling out through the horseback corner. Into SP in, around the outside for Ginge. This is going to be a phenomenal move if he makes this stick, round SP out, runs off wide into the gravel. Still there though, into 110R. Though I think he's had to back out a little bit due to a potential penalty. So now Jack's got his opportunity. Both of them now fighting almost for that slipstream from Jamie. That will be very much nice indeed. Through the first corner, and Jack looking to go around the outside of Ginge here. Not quite going to work. All sails out there. Up near the front, Fraser. He's a bit off a little bit to the inside there. But Ars Jim's still in 2nd. There's Scooby. There's Whitford. Nothing really changing there. Further behind, Martin has got away from one high mover who's gone a bit wide at the S-shape curve. Shadowstalker has got Royston hunting him down right now for 12th place. There goes Royston through the rainbow curve. Shadowstalker out a bit wide. And Royston looking around the outside now of SPN. That's a brilliant move. He's gone a bit wide. He may have to give that back up. Looks like he doesn't. So great move from Royston through SP and SP out. There it is. The track limits in enforcement, and that is going to hurt him because here comes Slider Gas, who will take away a position from Royston in his BMW. Big shame. That would look like a brilliant move from Royston. Just a shame at the limits. Back up with this battle for 6th though, and Jack has caught back up to it quite nicely indeed. Edu having to defend from Jamie. He's looking around the outside of High Point Curve. Into Rainbow Curve they come, and Jamie's done it around the outside. A phenomenal move from him, but he's not quite completed it, has he? And Ginge looking to make it 3 wide. We're going 3 wide down the back straight. Cracking racing from the touring cars as we come down towards the horseback corner. Jamie bags out of it quite happily. Doesn't want to end up on the outside. Martin is catching up with this battle as well. But Edu now on the inside of Ginge, going through SP in, into SP out. Oh, and Jamie wide. That'll cost him a position, and potentially a position to Martin if he's got to slow down. But Ginge gets through now. He's up into 6th place. A fantastic move from the host. Up now towards the first corner. A train of cars. That Astra really does lose out on the straight here. Here comes Jamie and Edu, both looking around the outside of their opponents. Edu looks like he might get that into the 3rd corner though. And so will Jamie. So around the outside does work around that 1st and 2nd corner. Edu now back ahead in 6th place. Jack having a sensational battle with him in that Astra. Up towards the High Point Curve. Into Rainbow Curve. To the horseback, and it looks like Jack's run a bit wide. Got a penalty, and he's now having to defend from Martin into the horseback corner. A Astra versus Astra battle. Up now towards the first corner. Jack has broken away from Martin, but this battle for 6th still rages on, and it looks like RS Jim has been closed up by Fraser, but Fraser's now made a mistake out of the S-curve bend, so that ruins that one at the moment. Shadow Stalker, he has Royston trying to catch him back up again. Slidegas has done Shadow Stalker in the process. A few penalties been handed out. 2 seconds to Scooby, 2 seconds to Edu. Not good for him. 1 second for Slidegas, and 5 to Tim, who's at the back at the moment. So as we continue on, let's have a look at that battle for 6 right now, because that is raging like fire. Down the backstretch they come. Those 2 Astros are catching up like mad right now. They will catch this battle back up, because they're just constant fighting right now. Shame we can't look on the a backward camera on this game. A real shame. It would be a nice little feature. Into 110R, and the final corner on board with Ginge here. Looking at Edu. Remember, Edu has a 2-second penalty. Fraser now has a penalty of some description. He's got 1 second. On board with Ginge though as we come up towards the first corner. Not going to get a run though. Going to run a bit wide. It's going to have Jamie on his tail. Jamie really is on his tail. Edu's starting to get away now. 6/10 the gap. Ginge and Jamie need to work together here. But they've got another issue coming with Jack in his Astra. Who would have thought at the start of the season an Astra being a threat to a McGann battle? Doing a fantastic job, as is Martin as well in his Astra. Really good stuff from these boys. But Ginge feeling like he has to defend down the backstretch. Jamie looking like he wanted to sell him a dummy, and he's just gone a little, not quite got the run he wanted there. Into SP in, and then SP out we go. Both of these guys will want to have a good run out of this final corner to see if they can have a look at catching up with that Edu. But there goes Jamie up the inside of Ginge on the exit of the final corner. And this is going to be a good move. He can make this stick into the first corner. We know the outside line is a very strong line to defend round here. And Ginge proves that again around the outside. Jamie now looking to get into the hairpin curve. It's not quite going to work. And now Jack has joined them. RS Jim, we've missed that, but RS Jim has now moved down to third, and Ginge has had an issue through the S-shaped curve, and he's now lost 2 positions. One to Jamie, one to Jack. Edu now, 1.7 up the road. He could get away with this penalty here. Down the backstretch we go. But yeah, there's RS Jim, remember. Fraser has a 1 second penalty, so it's not all doom and gloom right now for Fraser. He can still get that second place via penalty. Back with Edu though. He's got a nice clean space, 2.2 seconds here. Thank you very much, Scott McFall. Hope you're enjoying it, especially with one of your team members currently in 6th place right now. As Jack looks down the inside of Jamie there, gives him a little feint. It's like a here I am. On lap 14, these laps just... It's unbelievable, we're already on lap 14, the action's been so intense around here. And that's a mistake from Jamie, who's going to give a good run for the Astra, but he's going to lose all that. Oh my word, there goes Jamie. Flying through the air on 2 wheels. And that's Jack up into 7th. He's been very patient, Jack, with that car. Maybe starting to reward him a little bit through here. Down the backstretch though, we know he's got a disadvantage. Down towards the backstretch corner and the horseback. Jamie looking around the outside. Jack will just about fend that, but he's going to be on the outside for... Oh, and a bit of a tap on the way into SP in. Little touch, but nothing too major as we now come into 110R and the final corner. For the 14th time. Not seen much of him, but this is your leader, if anyone's wondering. Omega pretty much has led this ever since passing Whitford. Robert de Jong supporting Edo at the moment, currently in 6th place, and with his penalties he will stay in 6th place. So it'll be a good result for him, but behind Jamie is alongside Jack, TM53. Into the hairpin curve they go. Ginge almost, oh, and Ginge, a slight half spin from him, and Martin now gets past him. So unfortunate that for Ginge. Had a look up the inside of Jack, trying to follow Jamie, but the door shut on him very rapidly. Nothing he could do. As Jack now comes into the horseback corner. How's he doing, the number 86 monster car? Doing a fine job now getting away from the chasing pack to keep that 6th place. Interestingly, this is going to get interesting because now RS Jim is 8/10 behind Fraser. Now Fraser has a 1 second penalty. If that gap was to get to more than 1 second, Fraser will keep this 2nd place. which is incredible around here. It's not an easy track to pull away at. Got to give this man a hand though. First rear-wheel drive car in that BMW for Whitford in the top 5. Brilliant effort from him so far here on this penultimate lap. But back with this battle for 7th now, and Jamie is currently being harassed by Jack TM53 Synopsis for that place. What a close battle this has been all race long. Just can't take your eyes off of it. Down the backstretch, and Ginge now having a look at Martin down the backstretch into the horseback corner. Megane versus Astra. It's good to see them mixing it up now between different manufacturers. See this championship very much dominated by the Renaults and the BMWs. Don't see much of the Merc or the Astra. But that's a good move from Ginge. Back with Jamie and Jack though, as they come up towards the final lap now. You can see the speed of that Megane. Well, that Astra's got some good pegs, and he's gone diving down the inside of Jamie FL30. Made it stick. What a phenomenal move. That is move of the race, I think, from Jack TM53 Synopsis. Absolute Danny Rick style. Send her down there and let Jamie deal with it. Phenomenal stuff. Unfortunately though, we're going to have to peel away from it as Jamie has a look at High Point, because we are near the end of the race. This man has dominated this race since he got past Whitford. NGR Omega 1984, the defending modern touring car champion, comes up and across the line to win round number 3 here at Sugo. Fraser will now cross the line for 2nd place. Scooby, we haven't seen what's happened, but Scooby comes home in 3rd. RS Jim crosses the line, will take 3rd after penalties applied then. 4th for Scooby. A cracking drive from Whitford. Jamie's now got a penalty, that helps out Jack massively. Here comes Edu to come up to the line and take a fantastic 6th place. Really well done to him after getting 2 seconds worth of penalties. Jack TM53 Synopsis, a phenomenal effort in the Astra, takes 7th away. Jamie's going to be demoted here. Ginge will take 8th, Jamie 9th, Martin 10th, One High Mofo will come home here in 11th. Fantastic race for him. Royston in 12th, Shadowstalker 13th, Slider Gas, an awful race for him really, obviously not suiting the track. He comes home in 14th, and then Suzuki RMZ in 15th with NGR Tim 78 already crossed the line in 16th and last. So your provisional results for Sugo. Omega wins from Fraser, Jim takes 3rd, Scooby G demoted to 4th after his penalty, Whitford 5th, Edu is in 6th, Jack TM53 Synopsis is in 7th. NGR Ginge is in 8th, Jamie FL30 demoted to 9th after his penalty. Martin 10th. One High Mofo 11th, Royston 12th, Shadowstalker is 13th, Slider Gas 14th, Suzuki RMZ is 15th with Tim at the back in 16th place. So, cracking race at Sugo. Battle for 6th, battle for 7th. It was fantastic to watch. I hope you agree with that. Next race for these moderns is next week, and they go to Imola. That is going to be interesting, and not a good place ready for the Astra, I don't feel. They go to Imola for round number 4, so hopefully you join us next week for that. It's going to be a cracker. Next up is going to be the Clios, and from my point of view, I actually race in those Clios. So if you want to see a commentator trying to race around with the NXTGEN boys, do stick around, because that will be on very, very shortly. And that will also be at Sugo. But from the boys here at NXTGEN, from myself, thank you for watching the modern touring cars. I hope you join us next week for more modern touring car action and Group A tours. Hopefully you'll stick around for the Clios. If you're interested in anything more from NXTGEN this week, Ginetta Junior GT5, sponsored by Emily Linscott. That will happen on Friday as well, so do have a watch of that if you can. Fantastic championship, really good tight racing. But for myself and the boys at NXTGEN, thank you for watching, and have a good evening.